Hi guys! Welcome to the video. So today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts surrounding the Zootopia 2 movie. In the background there is a time-lapse of my drawing of Nick and Judy. I'm attempting to recreate this photo of them. This was my first time drawing them, so I tried my best. This video is going to contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, just letting you know now. Overall, I'd say it's an entertaining and really fun watch. There's moments where it's really comedic, where it's very emotional, where it's very heartwarming, moments where they're really raising the stakes. It really grabbed my attention and I thought they did a really good job with those elements. Also, if the end credit scene is teasing a potential third one with birds, I'm interested as to what kind of story they might tell next. I want to talk about different aspects about the movie. So first off, the animation. I do think the quality was really good. You can definitely see the improvement from the first one. A lot of the environments were pretty cool as well. The lighting was also really well done, especially in the gala scene. I also really like the exaggerated, kind of dramatic facial expressions during comedic moments. A lot of them were really good. One of my favorites is when Nick and Nibbles are in the car and it just suddenly speeds up. But of course there's also those facial expressions where you can easily tell what the character is feeling without the dialogue present in that moment. I'm really glad we were able to visually see the flashback with Agnes and Ebenezer. I feel like if it was just verbally told to us, it wouldn't feel as impactful or that it reaches that same level of high stakes. The comedy, I do think some of the jokes are good, some better than others, but there were a lot that made me laugh. So now the character designs. Nick and Judy look the same, but I like their new outfits. Nick's outfit was actually one I had to get used to seeing because at first I was like, pink, does that really suit him? But then eventually I did start to like it more and then learn the symbolism of it. So then I was like, okay, yeah, this is a good decision. A lot of the designs for the new characters I think were good as well. My favorite being Paubert. I'm sure you can tell why. What can I say? I like cats. Now for the characters themselves, I think they did a great job with a lot of them. The ones from the first movie didn't feel different, and the new ones, there were some new characters that only showed up for a little bit. For example, Jesus. I wish we could have gotten to see more of him, but he's still a really interesting character. But the main three new ones, Gary, Nibbles, and Paubert, I think they were all pretty great additions. I really liked Gary the Snake. I think he was adorable in the movie, and there were a few moments where I was just like, "Aw." When he hugs Judy, him finding the paper and hugging his family, it made me so happy. Also, I ended up liking the mayor character a lot more than I thought I would. I was nervous he was gonna be like this annoying character, but he was really funny throughout the whole movie. The voice acting from everyone was, of course, amazing. I can definitely tell that the voice actors had a lot of fun playing their roles. The cameos were also really fun. Now, the song Zoo, sung by Shakira. I overall think it's a catchy song, it's fun. I really like that she was able to incorporate lyrics in Spanish. Although, would I say it's better than Try Everything? Unfortunately, I still think Try Everything's better. Like, just that song has a really great message, it's very fun and iconic. I'm not saying that Zoo was an awful song or anything, it's just that out of those two, Try Everything is the one that I would prefer to listen to. I think the last time that Disney has made a comedic fake couple scene was, I might be wrong, probably since Emperor's New Groove? I think that was the last time or the only other time that Disney has done that joke, and here they did it well. It was hilarious. That's why I think this is iconic. Nyx's acting, Oscar worthy. Also, it was really nice how they honored Phoenix's voice actor. Now, what they did with Paubert's twist villain arc, personally, way better than Bellwether's. Like, it was so shocking too when he just injected the poison in Judy's neck. Like, it was so quick too. Dude, I had hope you were gonna be a good guy in this movie. I also really appreciate how when Paubert's revealed to be the villain, he doesn't like suddenly morph into this completely different person. His awkwardness is still there. His mannerisms are still there. I feel like in this context, it's more realistic. He definitely gave me Hans vibes. I am really sad that he did turn into a villain, and it doesn't come out of nowhere either. Like, when you look back at it, it does make sense. In his point of view, that is what he thought he had to do to have his family's approval. Although I still have hope that one day he can change for the better. Maybe going to Dr. Fuzby's therapy session and, realizing once and for all that he doesn't have to be like his family. He's his own person and he can try to separate himself from the bad things his family has done. But that does not mean I approve of his actions in the movie. I also predicted that if he turned bad, he could get redeemed in the movie, or have it be an anti-hero situation. In my opinion, there's a lot of ways on how they can continue his character. The next thing I want to talk about is I think it's really creative how they were able to incorporate different references from different movies, both Disney and non-Disney. I feel like it's going to be one of those movies where you rewatch the movie over and over again and you'll find a new reference you didn't notice before. Next, I think they did Nick and Judy's partnership really well. I was kind of worried that when they separated, it was going to go in a more cliche route. Like someone telling one of them the other's best quality and they're like, oh yeah, oh wait, now I have to go back to them. But I'm really impressed with how they wrote these two characters leading up to that emotional reunion. It fit their characters, it made sense in their partnership, and also them admitting how much the other means to them. It's so necessary because it makes their bond a lot stronger. A lot of the scenes previous to when they find each other again are comedic, of course, but their views on how they see the case is very different. Although once Nick and Judy tell each other how much the other means to them, I don't know if that was worded correctly, you can definitely feel that development and that they work well together even better. It was very emotional, it was very touching. Now, in this review, I have been saying a lot of things that I liked about the movie, but now it's time for the things that I didn't really like as much or I think could have been changed. I was surprised with the amount of screen time that Chief Bogo got. And look, I am aware as to why he didn't appear on screen as much. He was in the hospital, recovering. But if we were able to see him recover even a little bit earlier in the movie, we could have gotten a small part where we get to hear from Chief Bogo himself on how he sees Nick and Judy now that they've solved the case. I feel like there was a little bit of missed potential for what we could have seen more from Chief Bogo in the movie. Also, with Gary's screen time, I also wish we could have seen more of him. I felt like he mostly comes into the plot around the middle of the movie, like perhaps an extra small scene of Paul Bert and Gary. I do have one question, which doesn't even have to do with the movie itself, but more so with a specific part of the marketing that I've noticed, specifically in the trailers and footage. But why didn't they market the Linksley family or even Paul Bert that much in the trailers? Before this movie came out, I was even thinking, is every line from him a spoiler or something? Like, why were they hiding all the Linksley members so much? But overall, my conclusion, do I still like this movie? Yes. I'd say this sequel was worth the wait. Would I recommend it to other people? Yep, I'd say so. I think it'll be really fun to watch it with your friends and or with a group of people. And is it better than the first one? There are some things that this movie does better than the first one, but there's also some things in my opinion that I think the first movie did better than this one. Like with the side characters, I think getting enough screen time and some of the comedy in there. Like, I keep going back and forth between, oh, both movies are tied, or the first movie's better. I don't know as of now. I'd say probably they're probably tied. But anyways, that is going to be all for today. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!